consultants, expert leaders that will be presenting. They're just going to present what they do. They're just going to tell you a little bit briefly about how they do it, what they do, and who they do it for. Get a chance to connect with them through the platform. If not, get their name because they are great and they are ready to serve. So I will start with the Honorable Donna McLeod. Yeah.
Thank you. Good afternoon again, everyone, and big up. Okay. Oh, which one? One forward, back? Okay. Hopefully I can do. So I am here to talk to you about how to start a business. But before I start, I want to talk about just say something about Farah. One of the things that I love about this platform is that it's emphasizing health as well, right? Focusing only on money, you will spend every dime you have to get good health. So it's important to first start with your good health. With that, you can do anything. So I want to just start. We're going to start with talking to you about how to kind of start a business. I have a EnviroQual, which is I'm a chemical engineer by profession, and I consult for medical device companies. So that's my one business. I also have a nonprofit organization that's 11 years old. It's called Can I Community Action Network Initiatives, where we've registered over 30,000 people in Gwinnett County. And so this is the kind of work that I also love to do. It balances me out. And as an engineer, most people don't think that I'm an engineer because I'm truly Jamaican. And you put on a ting-a-ling-a-ling and I will show you how Jamaican I am. But make sure. So we're gonna. Operate it. Yeah. So that first website is you want to go to the Secretary of State website to get your business started, right? So that's the sos.ga.gov, and then there's a section for business on the Secretary of State website. And that is a vault of information. The Secretary of State has a lot of resources for anyone that is getting into business. Okay, so what do I do now? It works? Okay, so one of the things about your business is you want to make sure you define your business idea. I know people might think it's simple, but that's really important because at the end of the day, you're going to be passionate about your business because your passion is probably going to go and carry the most of the weight, right? Before you start making money. Trust me. So you have a target market and a value proposition. You want to draft a business plan, so you want to lay out your mission, your goals, your market research, operations, and financial projections, and decide on funding sources. So whether you have some savings, whether you need to get a loan, whether you need investors or you need grants, okay? So those are just some of the ways that you want to look at your business. And I'm serious about making sure you have a really clear idea as to what service you want to provide or product you want to provide. Next slide. Me. Bless my heart. Choose a business structure. Do you want to be a sole proprietorship? Simplest, but no liability protection. So if anything goes wrong, you're it. Yeah. So if you want to do that, be careful about how you go about doing that. Partnership, general and limited, shared part ownership and responsibilities. That's also a way if you really have a business that you have a partner. This is a really good ways to structure the business. The LLC, which both my businesses are LLCs, liability protection with flexible taxes, and then corporation, C Corp or an S Corp. It's a more formal structure. It's a potential for investors as well. Register your business name. Check your availability with the Georgia Secretary of State. If you come put a business name, check to make sure nobody else is taking it, because you want to reserve that as soon as possible. Reserve the name. It's about $25 for the fee, and it's valid for about 30 days. Register doing business as. So if you want to do business as name, if you operate under something other than your legal entity name. Okay, so that's doing business as. Register with the state of Georgia. File your formation documents with the Secretary of State. LLC articles of organization, $100 roughly online, so it's not very expensive. Corporation article of incorporation is also $100. Appoint a registered agent. It must be somebody in the state of Georgia because it's all about Georgia here. So a registered agent, you want to make sure that person is the one that's get contacted if there's something to be important that has to be given to that corporation. Obtain your federal and state tax ID. Apply for your EIN number, which is your employer identification number from the IRS, which is different from the Secretary of State. It's free. Register with the Georgia Department of Revenue for those who for state taxes and sales tax withholdings. So you want to register with the Department of Revenue. It's not going any. It's not going. There's only 10 slides, so just hold on. I know everybody's full and want to sleep. I know I'm right there with you. Can you flip it with the
Pure vibes, pure news,
yes, okay.
Pure sports.
Apply for business
Haiti
license
Pure
and permits. Obtain a business license from your city or county. Most people do not realize this. When you do have a business, your county, especially if a county address, you actually have to register with the county. Most people I've talked to have not ever done that. You have to pay taxes to the county. So you want to make sure you get to your city. And if you are living in the city limit of your county, not the unincorporated area, and if your business is registered or you have a business address within the city, you'll be paying city taxes as well. Check your professional or industry-specific licenses. So if you have a child care, food service, healthcare, make sure those licenses are up to date. Open a business account. You will need your EIN number to open your business account. Believe it or not, even for campaigns, political campaigns, we need an EIN number as well. So we operate as a business for the time that we're running for office. Keep your business and professional finances separate. Very important to make sure for tax purposes, it's very important. Establish a business credit or future loans or vendor accounts. So again, this bank account is going to be important for a lot of things. Set up an accounting and compliance. Choose an accounting system. That's one of the things that you have to kind of, when you set up your business, you want to make sure you have an accountant on it's like three things. You want your registered agent, your accountant, and you might want to have an administrator when you set up your business. Understand sales tax, so you can choose like QuickBooks, but I personally think you should have a CPA along with the QuickBooks, just so you have someone that can actually check things manually for you as well, especially when you're moving data stuff from one platform to another. It's very important. Understand sales tax collection and reporting in Georgia. File an annual registration with the Secretary of State, and those are usually due by April 1st of each year, and it's $50. Get business insurance, general liability insurance. You can't believe how many people try to sue you. Just try to tell you. So get some insurance. Workers' compensation. If you have 3 or more employees, you want to have your workers' compensation. Industry-specific insurance, so professional liability and product liability, etc. Last slide. Market and grow your business. Create a website and claim your Google business profile. Register in the Georgia Procurement Registry. If purchasing with the government is going to be one of those contracts you look for, good luck with this administration. Use social media platforms and LinkedIn. That's really actually, if you use it wisely, can be very effective. And then network with local, that's why you're here, Prosperity Connect. So you can do some of that kind of connecting with potential folks that are going to be using your services or your product. That's it. Thank you, guys.
All right, everyone. I'm gonna be quick. My name is Jasmine Janine. I'm one of Farah's friends. I'm a nurse too. It's been 20 years. I'm an event planner and I do travel business as well. I don't have nothing to present because I'm rebranding. The next person is Charmaine Augustin.
Well, good afternoon again, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Charmaine Augustin, but I love how she says it. Auguste is French. My husband is from Haiti. I'm from Jamaica. And I just want to say on that note, I know everybody has heard everything that has happened in Jamaica and also Haiti. So please get with someone that you know is organizing something if you can't. And every little, as we say in Jamaica, every mickle make a muckle. So everything does count. My business is CYA Leadership Consulting. And I was one of those consultants that did not send my slides in under the circumstances. So I'm forgiven. But I'll just tell you a little bit about it. I do work with leaders and businesses who are looking to improve their bench strength and also create leadership teams that are stronger, inclusive, and that are more empowered in order for you to operate as a business leader. I have a master's degree in industrial organizational psychology. I've written 2 books on work-life balance for women, and I decided to stop doing my PhD because I really don't want to do it. And so, on that note, after 36 years in corporate, I started my own leadership consulting business using a lot of my leadership acumen, not just in business, but also in my personal life, how I lead my life, how I lead my family and my children. Why should you want to sit and talk to me? I prefer over lunch or coffee. Is because what you always see is what you get in personal and business life, but also believe that one of the things that I have done personally is part of my business is catapulting into the space of women's transformational and empowerment retreats. So after about 9 years of mostly solo travel to so many countries all over the world, I would get feedback. Oh, you just come back and go right into work, or you just make the sound or seem so seamless, or I'm just living vicariously through you and what you're doing. And so we'll just go over there to the wellness retreat, the third one, next over there, and down to Belize. That's my website. But I just want to talk about this today because I know Donna talked about health, and we're here, and it's all about health. And I know my platform, or one of the platforms that I want to catapult into, after losing my husband to complications from diabetes and having a heart attack at the age of 54, is health. And so I am the opposite. Everybody who knows me knows that Charmaine's life is about leisure, pleasure, and taking it easy while I do the things that I do. So I have a women's transformational and empowerment retreat in Belize. That's February 5th to 9th. And it's a holistic retreat that promises to improve your health. When I tell you that even though I've already gone through thinking through and planning this, coming back from the Dominican Republic, my husband's body's still there, being flying in on Wednesday, but I have a newfound passion for what I already believe in and what I already am doing for myself, but for my clients and for people. So I just want to encourage you, think about it. You may not be the one to say, oh, I'm going to go with you on your retreat to Belize, although I have one bungalow that needs to be filled. So if you want to get a roommate and talk to me, I'm giving 25% off for that retreat. I have 4 bungalows already filled and really excited about this one. It will be the first of its kind for my business and for my company. But separate and apart from that, like Jamila said, breathe. I remember when my 23-year-old, the middle son, left back for New York, and he just held my hand and he said, "Mom, remember to breathe." And when I had to call my oldest, started with him first to tell him Dad just died after, and telling him that Dad just got back to the villa. An hour later, I was telling him that Dad had passed, and he hyperventilated because he was home alone. And I just remember saying, "Son, just breathe, just breathe." And that breathing means a lot. So I encourage you to consider coming, but I also encourage you to consider telling someone about it. But whether it's a way to believe, it doesn't matter. At a certain stage in your life, be present with yourself. Have your own daily retreats for empowering and filling your soul. Practice that every day. Your health, your mental health, your physical health is the most important thing. I remember my husband in the hospital, he said to my kids, he looked at them and he said, "My legacy, my greatest gift that I would give to you is take care of yourself. Don't do what Dad did." A lot of men don't listen. They don't go to the doctor. They don't follow up. They don't want the medication. They don't want to know. If you have a man in your life, or you're a man in this room, or you have a dad, a brother, a sister, a brother, sister, even women too, please, please, please take them. Go with them. Go to the doctor. Know your numbers and mitigate when you can. So please join me on that retreat. Thank you again. I'm Charmaine with CYA Leadership Consultant. It is a pleasure to be the MC today and to be with you guys. So thank you for strengthening and empowering me in this space.
All right, the next consultant is Danny Sincere.
Good evening, everyone. How are you? All right. So, first, I'd like to say thank you for the invitation from both Farah and Wilson. I'm happy to be here to connect with all of you business owners, and to also collaborate. So, just to give you a little bit of background about myself, I am the founder and CEO of Fintellix CPA Advisory PC. I am a CPA, but I'm also, in addition to being a CPA, I'm a certified fraud examiner. My background includes both practical and a good academic experience for what I do. So first, I work for several Big Four accounting firms, providing tax and advisory services to them. But in addition, I spent 5 years working on investigations with the FBI, especially when it comes to fraud, healthcare, embezzlement, cyber-enabled crime. So that gives me a little bit of an input. So when I help my clients, I can see the risk. I can also see the opportunities for them. And as far as the services that we provide at Fintellix, next slide. So Fintellix is a boutique tech for its CPA firm, where we are providing a lot of good advisory services for growing businesses. Whether it's a small business or if you're established, we can provide services to you. As I mentioned, I have the Big Four experience, so that helps me to understand some of the complex issues, but I also give you the boutique experience so that you get that one-on-one experience that you would get from a smaller firm. I also focus a lot on AI-powered analytics, and that's one of the reasons why the name has the name Fintellix. It's from all of that, because we need to have good analytics, because without the analytics, you cannot make good decision. So the F stands for financial, A is for AI, and then the Intellix is that last part of it. So I wanted to be more forward thinking in terms of how I can help businesses like you, not only to make good decision, but to keep more of what you work hard for, which is your money, your business, and your legacy. So next one. So how can a CPA help you grow your business? First, it starts with clarity, because you need to have clear information in order to make better decisions, right? So if you're working with a business, you don't even know if you're making a profit. You don't even know if you can pay your employees. That's going to be a lot of trouble, right? So having clarity so you can make good decision. Do I need to hire more people, for example, to make my business grow? Let's say we're a 1 or 2 person business and you're getting more customers or more demands. Maybe you need to hire more people. Do you need to also think about your margins, your cost control? Are you spending too much money on certain things that are not helpful for your business? Um, Tax strategy. We know tax season is coming up, not too far from now. So you're going to need to have good tax strategy, not just filing your tax return, but also understanding how to use the tax laws to build your legacy. For example, the One Big Beautiful Bill came out with a lot of good things. I know it's not 100% beautiful, but there's some good things in there that could help you. For example, there are accounts that you can open up for your children that they can not only use for their education, but they can also use it to purchase a home. They can also use it when they turn 18 to open a business. So that's different from past legislation where most of these accounts were used for education purposes only. The other thing, if you are a business owner and you need help finding loans, a lot of times some of these banks require that you have a financial statement from a CPA because they trust that a CPA knows their numbers. And in order for them to lend their money to you, because it's a lot of risk, they want to see something that comes from a CPA. So that's one of the areas where we can help you grow because sometimes you can use debt to actually grow your business. And also, we talked earlier about decision support, whether it's for your budget. One of the things that we're doing with a lot of our clients at this end of the year is to look at their forecasts to see, are they going to owe any taxes? Are they going to, for example, this time of year, if you're not meeting with your CPA to understand if you're going to owe money, what else can you do to actually minimize your tax liability? I would say it's time to do it. Next one. One of the things that I think is important for a CPA to help you is to build resilience with your business to ensure that you are in compliance with the laws. We talked about earlier, like my background, not only am I CPA, but I've also looked into investigations. So if you have a business where you have to meet with regulators, we can help look at your numbers to ensure that you are in compliance with like regulations. Fraud awareness and prevention. Now with cyber, and Wilson and Farah will probably talk more about that later, but there's a lot of fraud going on that involves cyber. There's business email compromise. There's also ransomware attacks. And some of the things that we can do is to work with your cybersecurity professional to ensure you have the right controls. Even if it's not cyber, but if you have people working for you, you want to make sure that you have the right controls in place so that the person who has access to the bank account doesn't have access to provide you with vendors. I mean, recently, I think last year, even a big corporation like Amazon, there was someone who was found guilty because they were in charge of adding vendors to Amazon's account. But in addition, they were paying these people. So there were no controls. The person's making all the decision when it comes to money. So that's one thing that we can help you with. And now that we're talking about Melissa and all of the damage that happened, I take this opportunity to talk to businesses about thinking about business interruption. Because when damages such as these happen, and although it didn't happen in the United States, there's been a lot of times when it happened, right? It could be a fire, for example. It could be another storm that attacked Georgia. You want to think about, do you have the right control in the event that, for example, a business interrupts your business, a damage interrupts your business and you can no longer make money. And if you can no longer make money, do you have insurance that's going to keep your business going so that you don't go into bankruptcy? So some of the things that we do as a forensic accounting is to quantify the loss so that we can provide that information to your insurance company so they can pay you. All right. So these are some of the core services that we provide. Obviously, accounting, bookkeeping, those are the core services, tax compliance, fractional CFO services. So if you cannot afford to have a CFO full-time, we can help provide it to you on a fractional basis. Forensic accounting, as we mentioned earlier, as well as AI-driven analytics. Oh, next one. So how do we help? If you are interested and this resonates with you, you can book a complimentary 20-minute consultation with us. You can bring some of the issues that are of interest to you, whether it's cash flow, tax surprises, or reporting gap, and we can kind of help you to set up your system and maybe become one of our clients, which is the goal primarily. So next slide has some of my contact information, but I also have my cards and my brochures in the back so you can come and get my details. Thank you so much.
All right. The next business consultant is Lolita Armstrong Hampton. And before you leave, don't forget to take pictures on a beautiful backdrop here.
Good afternoon, everyone. All right, good afternoon again. I am Lolita. Short as well.
V. Stay tuned, stay true, stay you. Haiti Pure TV. Pure vibes, pure news, pure sports. Haiti Pure TV. Stay tuned,
All right, y'all bear
stay
with
true,
me. I was not born with
stay you.
technology. That's why I
Haiti
have this
Pure
young lady
TV.
videotaping for me. See, I'm smart enough to
Pure
know when you
vibes,
need help, right?
pure news,
Collaboration
pure
101.
sports. Haiti Pure TV.
Again, I'm Lolita.
Stay tuned, stay
Definitely
true,
a pleasure to be here
stay you.
with each of you.
Haiti Pure TV.
Thank you, Farah, for your vision and the opportunity to
Pure
share
vibes,
more
pure
with
news,
your lovely guests
pure
about the
sports.
Personified
Haiti Pure
Group.
TV.
So we are a brand
Stay tuned,
communication and marketing
stay true,
business.
stay you.
And
Haiti
we
Pure TV.
empower small business owners as well as individuals
Pure
to
vibes,
enhance their
pure
brands.
news,
So I want
pure
to
sports.
pause just for
Haiti
a
Pure
moment while we
TV.
before you long.
Stay tuned,
We
stay
focus
true,
not only just
stay
on
you.
small businesses,
Haiti
but
Pure
individuals
TV.
as well. So we also have a personal brand aspect of the business where if you're like, you know what, I want to build my professional profile, I need help with my resume, public speaking, and so forth, we will assist you with that as well. Again, with our small business owners, it's so important to not only lay out the foundation of the LLC, the bank accounts, and so forth, but to make sure that you have a strong brand. That is so critical because your brand is the heart of your business. I'm going to say that one more time. Your brand is the heart of your business. My philosophy is if people can trust you, they will trust your business, products, and services. So it's important to build a strong brand when you are building your businesses. Again, we are a brand communication and marketing business, and we are dedicated to assisting small businesses expand your brand. So you have this vision. I want to start this restaurant. I want to start a nail salon. I want to start a photography business, nursing, wellness, whatever it may be. You have this vision. So with the Personified Group, what we do is we have a team of storytelling strategists that help you tell the story behind your vision. So we know that there is a story behind every brand. Many of you are probably fans of Chick-fil-A, right? We know they're closed on Sunday, but how many of you are fans of Chick-fil-A? Only two people? Okay, what? I am so glad that no one works at Chick-fil-A that's in here today because, oh my goodness. Well, I like to use that story, but I see I'm gonna have to use another brand next time. But Chick-fil-A, when you go into the restaurant, if you notice, On every restaurant, there is a story on the wall when you walk into Chick-fil-A. Why is there a story? Because people want to know your story. They want to know your vision. They want to know your why. Why is this company important to you? What is your mission? What is your purpose? So, again, having a strong, concise story and being able to share your vision with your audience or your guests or clients is very important. All right, now what we do. I only list a few services because of the sake of time. But we offer services in creative marketing, strategic communication, and personal branding. Personal branding is one of my favorites because again, it starts with your personal brand, who you are, what you are passionate about, your vision, because I believe that if you have an interest in maybe 10 different businesses, right? People will support all 10 businesses if they know you, if they believe in you, if they trust you. So oftentimes we start one business and then we get a vision to start another business and another, and life happens and it's okay. And you transition as life happens, but it's important that you present yourself in a trustworthy, authentic position so that people will support your brand and your various businesses. So again, we offer support with creative marketing. That includes content creation as well, strategic communication. So as Donna was mentioning about the business plan, you need a strategic communications plan. You need to know your target audience. You need to have a concise message. You need to have the analytics. Someone mentioned that earlier. All those numbers and data is so important when building a brand. And then again, the personal branding, because you are the walking brand behind your business. And how we help you by turning your vision into reality. I can't give you the vision. Oftentimes people will say, I want to start this business. Can you give me a vision? No, 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 that's personal. That's personal. You have to have the vision yourself. You have to know your why. I can help you tell your story. We can help you evolve your brand, but you have to first understand your vision, understand your passion, and then we help you to evolve again with creative marketing strategies, brand development, and so forth. All right. So again, I wouldn't be before you long, but this is a platform for you to connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. There's my number listed, email. This QR code is to my Facebook page. I know this generation, most of us are on Facebook. That's okay. Um, Facebook and Instagram are great ways to connect and learn more about the Personify Group. I appreciate your time today, and I hope that you're having a wonderful experience.
Thank you. I like that question, know your why. And by me asking myself why, that's why I'm rebranding actually. Next business consultant is Carlene Boni. Boni, did I say it right?
Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, everyone. My name is Carlene Bonnet, and I am the founder and owner of Circai Consulting, a staffing agency. We help staff in the Georgia area. So, a little bit about Circai. We are passionate about what we do, striving to make an impact in to provide resources for our businesses, and we also help people looking for jobs find positions as well. So the main thing about what we do, we love people. I love people. I love working with people. I have a passion for people. And I do want to see people happy in what they do, as well as businesses happy with the people that work for them. So we empower small businesses to thrive through people-centered consulting and practical HR solutions. So as part of what we do within the business, we help you ensure that what you're doing within your business as far as staffing and retaining people works for you. So who we are. Sakai Consulting is a human resources management and business consulting firm. We serve employers and job seekers, providing comprehensive staffing and HR solutions tailored for growth and focused businesses. Our mission, making an impact on our clients' lives, is the heart of what we do. Like I said, I have a passion for people and working with people. Our expertise. We do high volume staffing, but we also do staffing placement for small businesses that may need one or two people, whether it's for staff augmentation, maybe somebody's going out on maternity leave, or you need somebody to backfill a position. We'll help you with that as well. We do strategic HR consulting and business operations support. And we also provide customized services like handbooks. We do payroll, staff augmentation, and we help you with a retention plan if you have high volume turnover within your business. How we help businesses thrive. We bridge the gap between employers and their top tier talent for performance and fit. Our expertise is in fast-paced hiring and shows speed and quality, sorry. We offer free consultation to align your staffing and HR strategies with your business goals. So if you need a consultant, you need to reach out to us to see what works best for your business as far as staffing. We offer free consultations for those. Our process when working with businesses, we assess your business. So we assess the needs of your business. We put a strategy together with you. Then we implement and we help support you. So once we implement it, we don't just drop you. We continue to support you to help your business grow. So we collaborate to understand your needs. We craft a tailored plan, and then we deliver a lasting impact. Sablo HR is new, it's coming soon, and before you leave today, if you're on the prosperity part of the prosperity community, we will send out a survey. Because I work in HR and I've done a lot of consulting and implementations of different HR ERP services, I know that many businesses, especially small businesses, can't afford some of the ERP services that are out there for businesses. So what I am launching soon is a cloud-based ERP solution for small businesses. So it includes your HR services, posting jobs, payroll, scheduling, timekeeping, all of those. The good thing about it is you don't have to use all the services. So we have implemented it with a toggle feature that if you need just the HR and job posting services, you can use those. If you need payroll and timekeeping, scheduling, you can use those. So you don't have to use the entire platform. You can customize it to what works for your business. And you can get in touch with us. We are on social media. My cell phone number is there, as well as my email. And whenever you're ready, I'm ready to collaborate with you, help you manage your business, your staffing, and help you up your business. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, our last business consultant is Wilson Joseph. Yay! Here we go.
Pure Sports, Haiti Pure TV. Stay tuned, stay true, stay you. Haiti Pure TV. Pure vibes, pure news, pure sports.
Hello, everyone.
Haiti
Thank
Pure
you for being
TV.
here today.
Stay tuned, stay
so
true,
before I get
stay
to
you. Haiti Pure
give you
TV.
some brief background of what we do at Level 3MD,
Pure
just a little bit
vibes,
about
pure
myself.
news,
First
pure
and foremost,
sports.
you know,
Haiti
I am
Pure
a husband.
TV. Stay
that.
tuned, stay true, stay you.
That
Haiti Pure TV.
kids, and also I am the CEO of Level 3MD. I am also an author with 20 plus years of experience in the field of IT and cybersecurity. Uh, to very basically what I do, I help my clients stay in business from cyber threats because all it takes is 1 second, within a second, that your business can go out of business due to a cyber attack. And this is what I'm passionate about helping my clients. Uh, so I already mentioned that. Here's what we do. It's really cybersecurity. We have a lot of customers that have access to sensitive information for the clients. So we have a lot of people in the healthcare industries that we work with. We have a lot of people in the accounting industry that we work with. And we also have a lot of attorneys that we work with. Guess what? All of these people have very, very sensitive information that could be life or death. And this is where we come in. We help them protect that information. Not only we help them protect that information, it's required by law. Okay, for many businesses that is in the medical field, they have to comply with HIPAA, right? And for our accounting firms, they need to comply with the FTC safeguard rules. And for attorneys, they have the same regulatory requirements, depends on what they do, but also they have what we call client attorney's privilege that they need to maintain. Okay, and not only that, they can get disbarred if they don't follow cybersecurity, because the Georgia State Bar clearly stated if they don't have reasonable security measures, they can get disbarred for it if in the event of an attack. And that's what I'm passionate about, and that's what we work to do for our clients, is give them peace of mind, compliance, security, and disasters free. I know somebody mentioned earlier, what happens if a natural disaster happens, right? Can you work in the cloud? Or what happened if your hard drive fell? Do you have a backup? You know, things like that. We look at all these different risks, and then we have our clients make an educated decision. So ideal client for us, what we work for is 5 to 50 employees who handle sensitive data daily, and we just don't want to deal with IT stuff, right? I know a lot of attorneys, they have, you know, $350 an hour hourly rate, then they don't want to do IT stuff, and that's where we come in, right? And then we help them prevent bad things from happening. So a few things why work with us. First and foremost, we try to keep everything very simple for you. So when we do our assessment, when we're working in your environment, we make you understand the why before after what we're recommending. We don't just recommend anything. We have to assess your environment, understand exactly what you need, and then we can help you. Okay. And again, we specialize in compliance, not just small business. So when we work with a business, we really ask ourselves, what are the different compliance that applies to your business? Some of you may not even know. How many of you take credit cards in your business? Are you PCI DSS compliant? Right? If you're not, then you may not have the privilege to process credit cards. It's as simple as that, right? So that's where we come in. We know this regulatory compliance, and then we tailor our services to make sure you can minimize your risks. That's the bottom line, right? Somebody talked about having insurance. Cybercrime is $1 trillion business nowadays, and then many people don't know there are cyber liability insurance on top of your error and omission insurance that you can actually get, right? But just having cyber liability is not enough, because they ask you for certain things. If you're not doing those things, you might as well don't have the cyber liability, because it's not going to pay out. If you tell me you're doing a certain things and you're not doing it, it's not going to pay out, right? And this is where we come in. Okay, we don't just monitor; we prevent things from happening. And if you want to learn more about what we do, book a free consultation with us. I always tell people it's free. The knowledge is free for you to get it. We only charge you to implement. So you can call us and we'll give you all the guidance that you need. But if you want us to implement it for you so you can focus on running your business, reach out to us and we'll be more than happy to help you. And thank you for your time today and thank you for being here.
Okay. Our next wellness consultant now is Joanne Philemon. She's amazing. She helped me. She's amazing. So, for her again, she's an amazing person.
Hello, everyone. Oh, there I am. As I was introduced, my name is Joanne Filemon or Philman. How are you? So I am a registered dietitian nutritionist. I specialize in gut health and anti-inflammatory therapies, and I'm the founder of Wonderfully Nutritious here in Gwinnett County. But I am a virtual practitioner, so I actually see and have clients and patients all over the nation, even internationally. I have a client in Germany right now. So I see people all over. I've been in the field of nutrition for 20 plus years now, practicing clinically in functional nutrition. So I'm more on the holistic side of things, being that I am Haitian American. I believe that food is very powerful. It could make or break you. And so I have degrees in exercise science, dietetics, and food and nutrition science. And I'm also a media collaborator. So I've been featured in many different media entities, some of which you may know here: WebMD, Parents, Scripps News, Essence magazines. You'll find some of my work there. And I am very passionate about helping people, individuals, organizations, families, thrive through food, culture, and science. And what people don't realize or don't remember is that the science comes from nature. What's created in the lab is being produced to mimic what's already out there in nature. And it's not a money maker if we tell people to eat this or grow that or drink this. It's easier to make the money if we're telling them to, buy these medications that end up causing other issues. And it's not to say that they don't have their place, but the way the modern medical world is right now, it's more of a push for the medication than it is for changing someone's lifestyle. And then, so what do I do specifically? So I help people create. I create therapies that are person specific. I'm very much a believer that our gut health is the gateway to our overall health. And for us to be able to treat someone, I have to individualize that therapy. Yes, we have general recommendations that we make out there when it comes to nutrition and health, but to make it more sustainable and something that's lasting, we have to personalize it. And so I run blood tests in my practice to find out what food specifically for your body works for your body for you to eat that will make your body reverse whatever may be going on, as much as we can. Sometimes 100% all the way, we're reversing things. Find out how to remove inflammation, which is the driver to most diseases, whether it be autoimmune, whether it be cancer, heart disease. It's all stems from inflammation. And that inflammation is coming from our environment, the foods we eat, the air we breathe, the plastics that we're storing our food in. Some of it we have a lot of control in, some of it we don't have as much control in that space. And then so I also do corporate wellness speaking and, of course, the brand consulting. I've worked with brands like Rise Mushroom Coffee. I was their nutritionist in house for a period of time, helping them in the back end. Um, Splendid Spoons, so many different entities that I help them in the background with their recipes and speaking to their clients. Our hostess with the mostest a few minutes ago said something that I just love because she said, let's, get the people to eat and let's start presenting because, once we eat, we get what? Tired and sleepy. That is not normal. You should not be tired after you eat. If you are tired and falling asleep after you eat, that means that food does not go with your body. That is a key sign of inflammation. So if you have the itis is not normal. Okay? Know what works for your body. If after you have that mac and cheese you felt sleepy, then that wheat and that cheese may not be for you. And there's other ways to make it. And that has nothing to do with her cooking. Her cooking is excellent. And I like to tell people that, like, when it comes to food, there's nothing wrong with the food itself when we're talking about whole foods. I'm not talking about significantly processed foods. I'm talking about whole foods. There's nothing wrong with that whole food per se. It's just that your body cannot tolerate it right now, which is different from an allergy. When you're allergic to something, most likely you will never be able to consume that food again. But when it's an intolerance, my goal is to help your body heal, your gut heal, so that you can then reintroduce that food again and be able to eat it. So sleepy time after eating, not normal at all. So who I serve individuals, women, men. Most of my clients are women. Women tend to go and get help before men do, but I serve a lot of men as well. Because a lot of my clients are women, I end up serving the family because we are the ones responsible for cooking the food at home and feeding their family. So if mom is trying to change her diet, it's kind of overwhelming for her to figure out how to change my diet and then also feed my husband and my child or whomever else is in the home. So my job is to help them go through that. And then so community and corporate organizations, I talked about that a little bit before. I just want everyone to thrive. And we don't realize the power we have in the foods that we're eating. And if you're not spending the money now, and I know food is expensive, but we'll drop a good, amount of money on some new phones and that new purse, but we're not doing it on our health because if you don't spend the money now, you will spend it when you're in the hospital. So we want to say that we did the best that we can with how we're treating our body, which is the self-care that we need to be providing. And then so, what else? So yeah, let's grow together. So if anyone is interested in healing their body or weight loss, whatever it may be, you don't know how many people I've signed up in the last week who are on a GLP-1 and they were on a GLP-1 before a year ago and they lost the weight, they gained it back. And so now they're on there now and they're trying to figure out what it's doing. Well, most likely the inflammatory part of it was never addressed. And that GLP-1 is just masking. You're losing weight because all it's doing is preventing you from eating. It slows down the motility of the gut, the digestive system, so you get fuller faster. So once that is removed, behavior was never changed, so the weight is gained back. And so my job is to help people understand that if we remove inflammation, weight is going to drop because what's supposed to happen, the way the digestive system is supposed to work, is going to start to work. And so that's what I do. And then if you are any kind of business entity that would like to partner with me, we can do that. And I also do a lot of community work. It's not just, businesses and one-on-one. I do some community work as well with nonprofits because I like to give back to the people, of course, being that I am from Haiti. And so thank you. And just as part of being the opening day of Prosperity Connect. If you are interested in one of my packages, I am going to give 25% off. I guess I should give a deadline for that. I don't know. I forgot. So in the next 2 weeks, let's say 2 weeks, Oh, you know what? The end of the month. This is my birthday month. The end of the month. The end of the month. I'm gonna give you a deal till the end of the month. My birthday's on the 29th, so on the 30th, if you didn't sign up, you're not gonna get that 25%. Oh. Okay. And you can find me anywhere. My number, my business number, my email, and I'm Black Nutritionist Mama on Instagram. I guess I am on Facebook as well. I'm a millennial, so I'm in between Instagram, Facebook. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. All right. Our next one is Matt Genius. Is that? I said it right.
Good evening, everyone. I do not. One more time, good evening, everyone. My name is Matt Genius. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I bring to you wellness, mental wellness. You know, a lot of times over the past 18 years of my career, I've seen all walks of life, professional athletes, entertainers, and one of the common themes that I've seen over the 18 years of seeing clients from South Florida to Atlanta to DC and other countries as well is that success is easy. You guys are built for it. But the thing we don't prioritize is our mental health. A lot of us, all of us, look really good tonight, but if we were to go just a little bit deeper under the surface, we'd find out that a lot of us are in pain. We're hurting, we're angry, we're anxious, we're stressed out. And it results in a poor quality in your business. So what do? My guy said he's a husband first, so I guess I gotta say I'm a husband as well. I'm also a father of 7 beautiful children. Yeah, we gets busy. Short note, my wife, I wasn't here for the 2 truths and 1 lie. My wife and I have 7 children, 3 of which are triplets. Right, but that's not even the outlandish part yet. The first one is 13, the triplets are 12, and then we have 3, 2, and 1. 3-year-old is a boy, 2-year-old is a girl. Just send the blessings my way, please, right? Just start praying right now, right? Raise your holy hands and send them my way, right? 3-year-old is a boy, 2-year-old is a girl, and the 1-year-old is a baby boy. A fun fact about that is that my wife and I delivered the last 3 by ourselves at home. Right. Thank you. And I bring that up because what we did was something very different. There was a lot of anxiety around, and still a lot of anxiety around maternal health when it comes to birth. And my wife had to endure a lot of stress going into the hospitals, being a Black woman, but also carrying multiples. And so after we had the multiples, 10 years later, we tried for the boy, and no one would help us. We reached out to doulas, to what's the other one? Midwives. We did it all. We tried to find people that would help us, and they denied us. And so because we were working on our mental wealth, our minds, our bodies, our spirit, we said we'll do it on our own. And we did successfully. The first one was a little difficult because it was my first boy and I was anxious. And so I had to do extra work on my mind, my spirit, and my body to make sure that I could be available to my wife throughout this entire process. And so that one was successful. The second 2 was just about exactly what this says right here, Prosperity Connect. It was about learning how to create an ecosystem that is conducive for growth. It's about making an ecosystem that when you step into it, you can thrive. It's about having an ecosystem that when you're in it, you desire connection. So that's what I bring to the table. I work with small businesses, I work with large businesses, schools, institutions, but where I really come alive is working with Black men. Black male wellness is something that I don't believe we take serious enough. And the men that are in here, Black or not, we know we don't take our health as serious as our counterparts do. And so my job, my role in your life is to create wellness for not just the Black men, but for everyone. And so I come in, I assess, I speak with you, your team, to make sure that you can create a plan that's specific to the ecosystem you desire. Somebody mentioned Chick-fil-A earlier. I love Chick-fil-A, not for the food, Joanne, not for the food. I love Chick-fil-A because of the system they have in place. When the pandemic hit, they pivoted so well. They organized the line outside. They had shelters for cars. They had everything. And I thought to myself, I wonder if we are prepared to deal with crisis the way they were ready to prepare. They were prepared to deal with that crisis as well. And the answer is, of course, no. When the pandemic hit, a lot of us realized that we weren't prepared mentally, emotionally, even spiritually. Some of us are still dealing with the remnants of what the pandemic did to us mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And so working with me will allow your company, whether it's small or large, to have access to a person that is dedicated in creating an ecosystem of wellness. My wife and I created a company called Genius Consulting, where our motto is nourishment for your minds. This food was good, but it made you sleepy, right? What we bring will excite your mind, excite your spirit, invigorate your body to then create and prioritize wellness the same way we prioritize the dollar. I'm about to sit down, but I want to talk to you guys about burnout and suicide. For those who are in healthcare, you know you guys are leading the industry in suicide ideations and successfully completing suicide. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. Over the course of the past maybe 5 to 10 years, we've heard people such as Anthony Bourdain, Kate Spade. We're talking about millionaires and billionaires ending their lives. So success isn't the issue, it's making sure your mind, your nervous system can regulate in these environments. And so I offer all of you that is here a free consultation of 15 minutes, right? 15 minutes? 15, oh, there you go, 15 minutes. And I promise you it won't be 15 minutes because you guys can talk. You guys can talk. So probably like 30 minutes, 45 minutes for some. For the guys, I'll give you extra time. The point is, I would love to connect with each and every one of you. I will be here until the end. I have some cards. Lastly, last thing, I just came back from Costa Rica. I hosted a men's retreat specifically for men of color. We were there for 8 days in the jungle, taking care of our minds, taking care of our bodies, taking care of our spirits. And we came back better versions of ourselves to come back and serve not just our families, but our communities as well. I'm here to connect with each and every one of you. I love seeing your happy faces, and blessings to you all.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you so much to everyone. This is Prosperity Connect. At this time, I'd like to call all the collaborators, event planner, photographer with me here. We have one small thing. We're going to give some giveaways to people. And I want to thank each one of them. Jasmine, Charmaine, Donna, Matt, Lolita, Joanne, Danny, Wilson, Carlene, Winel. So first of all, I want to officially introduce all the collaborators will meet on the platform. I want to make sure I thank each and every one of you. You didn't have to do it. First is a service that we offer to everyone. So it is for you, by us. So I want to thank you, first of all, for taking the time to listen to us. You stayed until the end, and therefore, you will be part of our giveaways, right? So I think they did a wonderful job. They did a wonderful presentation. I gave each one 5 minutes. Thank you. You deserve it. You can applaud again. Thank you. Thank you. So isn't it wonderful to connect your health and your wealth? You meet the right people and you stay healthy. So I'm going to start. First of all, I'm going to start by asking one question. Winel? So first of all, I want to officially introduce all the collaborators will meet on the platform. I want to make sure each and every one of you didn't have to do it. First is a service that we offer to everyone. So it is for you, by us. So I want to thank you, first of all, for taking the time to listen to us. You stayed until the end, and therefore, you will be part of our giveaways, right? So I think they did a wonderful job. They did a wonderful presentation. I gave each one 5 minutes. Thank you. You deserve it. You can applaud again. Thank you. Thank you. So isn't it wonderful to connect your health and your wealth? You meet the right people and you stay healthy. So I'm going to start. First of all, I'm going to start by asking one question.